Quick disclaimer, this isn't gonna be like our typical video, right? Where we like to mess around and have fun. This one is for entrepreneurs who are serious about buying a business with little or no money, right? We're gonna show you real, proven ways with examples for each to make it as easy as possible to understand, right? And at the end of the video, we're gonna include our 5 favorite tips to get you pointed in the right direction. Like usual, all that we ask is that you kindly support us by quickly pressing that little like button right there. Yep, right? Boom, perfect. Seller financing is an arrangement where the seller of a business provides a loan to the buyer to make the purchase happen, right? So instead of paying the full price up front, the buyer makes payments over time directly to the seller, typically from the earnings made from the business that they've acquired. Take the purchase of a lawn care business, for example. Maybe the buyer might be required to pay the seller $10K up front and then make monthly payments of $2,000 directly from the business's earnings until the full agreed price of $50,000 is paid off. But if we're talking buying a business with no money at all, then if the buyer is persistent, there may be a scenario where they pay the seller no money up front. In this scenario, the buyer is likely to make larger monthly payments, maybe $10,000 from the business's earnings, until the full price is paid off. The seller financing arrangement can be advantageous when traditional financing is hard to secure or when the buyer prefers not to deal with the complexities of bank loans, right? It's a pretty sweet deal. I mean, if you're watching this video, you know what it feels like to try and get a loan from a bank or a family member, only to be rejected or realize that the interest and other obligations, it doesn't make it even worth it in the first place. I mean, for sellers, offering financing can make the business more attractive to a broader range of buyers, which is likely to speed up the sale process. It may also provide tax benefits as the seller can defer some capital gains taxes by spreading income over several years, right? For buyers, the seller financing is likely to require less stringent qualifying criteria than those imposed by the banks, right? Which often look for high credit score and substantial collateral. A leveraged buyout is another option for aspiring business owners who are looking to purchase a business with little or no personal capital. In a leveraged buyout, the assets of the business being purchased are used as collateral to secure loans from banks or other financial institutions, right? Pretty clever. This method leverages the existing value within the business to facilitate its own sale, reducing the need for substantial external financing from the buyer. Just for an example, let's use an HVAC business, right? In this case, the buyer could use the company's service vehicles and equipment as collateral to secure a loan that covers the purchase price, allowing them to buy the business with minimal personal investment. When structuring these types of deals, it's important that the buyer does their due diligence to ensure that the business generates enough revenue to cover debt payments after the deal is complete. Now, failing to do this may lead to defaulting on loan obligations or even potentially the loss of the business. Before we get into the next part of this video, I want to quickly tell you guys about Heavy Ape, which shows tradesmen, contractors, and those looking to start their own side hustles how to launch and scale a business that generates millions of dollars per year. Look, if you're interested, check out the link in the description below. Earnout agreements are an arrangement where part of the purchase price of a business is paid on its post-acquisition performance. Now, this means that after the initial sale, additional payments are made to the former owner if and when the business achieves predetermined financial targets, right? These targets are usually based on revenue or profit milestones, and the payments are structured over a set period of time. Take the purchase of a laundromat business, for example. I mean, in this case, the buyer might agree to pay the seller an additional $100,000 if the business's annual revenue exceeds $250K in the first year following the acquisition. It's important to note that this type of arrangement aligns the interests of the buyer and the seller by tying part of the compensation to the business's future success, right? So the seller remains invested, ensuring the continued performance of the business even after the sale, right? This encourages a smoother transition of operations and management as the seller actually has a vested interest in helping the new owner succeed. Venture capital and angel investments provide equity financing for businesses, right? But what makes them different from traditional loans is that they involve taking ownership stakes, meaning that investors become part owners of the company and their return depends on the business's success and growth rather than fixed interest payments, right? Consider a junk removal business who's ready for expansion, but they lack the necessary capital, right? So the business seeks out a venture capital firm or an angel investor who invests $300,000 for a 25% stake in the business. This infusion of funds would enable growth without upfront capital from the owner. Keep in mind that these types of investors not only finance the acquisition or expansion, but also provide strategic guidance and may influence decision-making, aiming for high returns through a future sale or IPO, right? You'll need to be prepared to give up some control of your business, but it might be worth it. I mean, considering that it could be bought out for millions and millions of dollars. Partnerships and joint ventures are strategic ways for aspiring business owners to acquire a business with minimal personal capital by pooling resources and expertise, right? This approach not only spreads financial risks, but also combines diverse skills to produce better results. I mean, consider two individuals aiming to purchase a car repair shop, right? One specializes in auto mechanics and the other in business management. By forming a partnership, they leverage their complementary skills where the mechanic handles the technical operations and the manager who provides financing and oversees the business functions. Now, in arrangements like this, it's very important to clearly define each partner's roles, responsibilities, and financial contributions, right? Drafting a detailed partnership agreement with the help of an attorney ensures that all aspects of profit sharing, decision-making, and dispute resolution are in order. Now that we've gone over the best methods to purchase a business with little or no personal capital, we want to leave you with these 5 tips, which are our personal favorites. Your network is your net worth, right? Building connections with current successful business owners, especially those nearing retirement or without clear successors, is one of the best ways to find opportunities before they become available to the vast public. It's crucial to ensure that businesses you're looking to purchase are actually making the money it claims to be, right? And it's free of hidden liabilities as well. It sounds obvious, right? Well, I don't know, you'd be surprised how many god-awful stories we've heard about businesses not turning out as good as they claim to be after the acquisition was complete. And it was too late to do anything about it, right? I mean, you wouldn't buy a car, used car at that, without checking under the hood, would you? Don't hesitate to just reach out to business owners and ask if their business is for sale. Yes, it can be that simple. I mean, there are so many business owners out there who are tired of running a business. They need quick money, or maybe they just want something to do with their lives, right? And they might not even be aware of it. So find a business you like and reach out. Why not? Is there a business you want to buy? Go into the deal with an open mind and be prepared to negotiate. There's an outcome available that will serve both you and the business owner. You just gotta find it, right? Maybe the business owner is willing to extend the payback period or reduce the initial payment if the business performs well. I mean, who knows? Just keep an open mind and be prepared to negotiate. Our final tip is to act as if the deal is already done. Boom, signed, stamped, and delivered, and in your favor. Believe me, the last thing you want to do is approach a potential business acquisition deal unconfident, unprepared, and inexperienced, right? A truly successful business owner is going to smell that from a mile away. They're sharks. If you really want to be a business owner and you don't have the personal capital, then you better make up for it with grit, baby. Walk into that deal like it's already in the bag and don't take no for an answer. Come on. If you like this video, then please check out the interview we did with Jackie Hirsch. Jackie has sold over 400 businesses and she told us just about everything there is to know about buying a business. If you're interested, check out the link below. I'll see you next time.